I mean, you're storing food, or you're storing weapons, or you're storing, you know, seeds. This is dangerous. I mean, even if it was like a terrorist, how is that dangerous, technically? I mean, how is storing food ever dangerous? But they say it is. So so it becomes something that's dangerous. Because storing weapons would be dangerous, I guess, right? That could be potentially dangerous because they're weapons. Having too much ammunition. Buying, you go on a list. If you buy 1,000 rounds of ammunition, you go on a list. You buy more than 2 rifles at a time, you go on a list. You go to the Department of Homeland Security and you post on their website like thousands of people do. And by the way, you go to, I encourage every truther listening to go right now to Facebook, to Department of Homeland Security, and I know I hate doing this, like it for a moment, because you gotta like it to put a comment, and you can unlike it when you're done. And read and then post whatever you like. These people are wide awake and fearless. Fearless. Pam Suggs posted Alex Jones's film, Police State 4 Rise of FEMA on their on their Facebook page.
That's funny you say that, because actually...
And people are going wild. Thousands of posts. And guess what? Now, I did it too, and I'm on the list. And she's on the list, and everybody, and you'll get on the list too.
That's funny.
But you gotta not be afraid to be on the list. But the fact that there's a list is what you gotta be afraid of. Not that you're on it. Because obviously you're on it. Because it exposes the truth that this tyranny that we're under is fucking real. And this is no joke. Alright. The war plan with Iran, again, they got to keep the people sleeping so we can go in there. The U.S. is finally admitting that it's in criminal bankruptcy. I just covered that. That's interesting news. What else we got there, Vinny? Anything more on the U.S.? Oh, this is real important. Now, we're going after Iran, telling them that they're making nuclear weapons and all of this stuff, where we actually are funding their nuclear program. The U.S. is literally funding Iranian nuclear capabilities, as CNN reported on November 2nd, 2008. The U.S. State Department has given millions of dollars to 2 Russian institutes, which in turn are directly helping to ramp up Iran's nuclear capacity at the Belshare and other facilities. Okay? This is the confessions of a covert agent. As long as the old guard gets their resources, it's all good. And in the end, it's all about power. The people who really run this planet know that natural resources, oil, water, coltan, cobalt, etc., are the key. The war on terror is just a front for the geostrategic resource grab on a massive scale. Absolutely. And this is from an agent. This is the insiders. They do come out, by the way. That's how a lot of the information gets to us. And this is from a book that you can get called The Psychological Operations is My Specialty and Corporate Oligarchy Democracies. That's interesting. The Elite's Overview and Case Example. You can Google that. It's out there. Again, it's all about money and power. One last little quote and we'll move on with the news is, the world has achieved brilliance without conscience. Ours is a world of nuclear giants and ethical infants. We have grasped the mystery of the atom and rejected the Sermon on the Mount. General Omar Bradley. 11/11, 1948. Interesting little article there. I put that together myself, by the way. For some of the information is all sourced, but I wrote that. And the source, did I reveal the source? Gotta do that. Especially new. Yeah, Confessions of a Covert Agent. Okay.
Alright, I'll read one more. We got Preparing for World War III, Targeting Iran, Part 1, Global Warfare by Michael Kostovsky. Humanity is at a dangerous crossroads. War preparations to attack Iran are in an advanced state of readiness. High-tech weapon systems, including nuclear warheads, are fully deployed. This military adventure has been on the Pentagon's drawing board since the mid-1990s.
Easily.
This is, right here it says, first Iraq, then Iran, according to a declassified 1995 U.S. Central Command document. So,
This is the plan. They're just executing
What,
it.
15, 16 years ago, they were already saying this was the plan. We're just at that point now where we'll see it this year. Escalation is part of the military agenda. No. While Iran is in the next target, together with Syria, Lebanon, this strategic military deployment also threatens North Korea, China, and Russia. Well, that's because North Korea, China, and Russia like getting oil from Iran, and if you mess with Iran, you're messing with their supplies.
Yeah, don't you remember John McCain? Bomb, Iran. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been going on a long time.
It says right here that it was declassified 1995 U.S. Central Command.
That's right.
Documents. Let's see.
Well, that was then. Obama will put a little slick. Oh, that was then. We're just trying to stabilize. We're just trying to keep the world safe for democracy and make sure that there's no problems. And we're not going to let this country. Oh, you fucking asshole! Oh, God, he makes me sick. I just can't believe that everything he says is a lie, Vinny. I mean, you really have to understand. The one thing that he did was still a lie. Bringing the troops home.
Yeah.
It was still a lie.
Yeah. Everything.
I mean, unbelievable.
Obama that was why he was chosen, was to be the ultimate deceiver.
The ultimate deceiver.
Because I've said it from the beginning. There's no way a rich white man could get away with that. I mean, the media and people, it ain't that far removed where we still remember. The media was pretty tough on Bush.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like how it is now where you just got everybody just falling over.
But again, the media is driven by this. The more socialism, the more left leaning. It's more left than right.
But Obama is definitely the most protected president I've ever.
Oh my God, absolutely, no doubt about it.
Usually they always had the whole
some sort of back and forth. There was a little.
You had the Republican people showing the bad stuff, or the opposite. If it was, when it was Bush, then you had the Democrats all pointing out everything he was doing. Now you got Obama, and it's just everything's great. Everybody agrees. There's nothing. Everything's great. Not one bad thing. You don't got anybody who could say anything bad.
Well, if you do, then
Israel,
oh my God,
you can't say anything about Obama or Israel or certain things.
That's right.
And it's just it's amazing to me. There really is basically no truth. Before, like I said, they had to cover it up a little bit because there were some people talking about Bush or Clinton. There's nobody on mainstream television, including Fox News, who calls themselves Republicans, that are really exposing the real issues on Obama.
Of course not.
They just play the whole Sean Vanity and these people with the whole Democrat Republican, but they're not touching the real issues. Bill O'Smiley and these people, they're not. And Obama's got he's just got he could do anything. He could literally just kill and rape someone on the White House lawn in front of everyone, and they'll spin it to
she was drunk.
A great thing.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's almost like that. I would hope that he couldn't get away with that, but sometimes I think that it's just the.
But everything is a lie. That's what you were saying.
It is. Everything is a lie, and I think that this is part of the beginning of the conditioning or the training
to feel helpless,
to have the population accept this type of a king. King Obama is not so far removed. Like I have him here in the picture. There's King Obama, where it says "War is peace we can believe in." Okay, now he's dressed up as King George, right? Now King Obama. Let's think about that. It could be King Obama, then it could be King Romney. Okay? And each time the successive king gets more and more power and takes more and more liberty away from the people, and each time the Congress gets a little bit less and less powerful to the point where it's just pretty much there for ceremony, and the corporate interests rule. And the world government comes in. And this person, again, Obama is a traitor. He sat on the United Nations on it.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. That's treason. But then that will be his position. That they're getting us. They're acclimating us to this is the future. This is the way it is, and saying it's beautiful. It's a great thing. Constitution's terrible. Bill of Rights is terrible. It's terrible for tyrants. Yeah.
Oh, I want to add something before we go. I just remembered I wanted to do this. because there's someone that I really can't stand just the look of his face. His name is Rick Santorum, who I think it was a whole big scam. The first thing where they made it, he just came out of nowhere up there with Mitt, just for a news story. Rick Santorum is one of those people. You ever meet those people in life where they hate something so much, and when you take a deeper look at it, it's because they're covering up something. Okay, if there's a lot of people could tell, especially like let's say a gay issue. Sometimes you'll find people that I hate gays, and they got so much hatred for gays is because they are gay, and that's the front they put on. Just like the Catch a Killer guy who sits there, oh, you guys are great catching all these pedophiles, and then a week later he's caught with a pedophile. The ones who are doing it put up the biggest front, okay? And Rick Santorum, you put on a big front, and you put all these things about how much he's against gay marriage and against the gays, is because he's a big sick homo who's been caught and is backed by gay people. Why is that when you're against gay policy? Is because he has gay lovers, he's gay, he's a homosexual, Rick Santorum, and you're a phony, and I wanted to point that out, that there's enough evidence that Rick Santorum is a homosexual who is covering it, like a lot of them who will push out that hate homosexuals and laws against them while you're a homosexual.
Exactly, that's terrible.
And that's terrible.
That is terrible.
I don't have an issue with him being gay, but if
you're gay
that's the whole and thing. You're going to make your whole career about attacking gays, just
I have an issue with that.
What a piece of crap he is, and that's what Rick Santorum is.
That's terrible.
And for him to get 1% of the vote is one too much to me. The guy, I don't know how anybody could vote for him and get, it doesn't matter now. He'll be done in a week or so. He was just there for that first thing for whatever reason to, I don't know, maybe to hide some of the votes or something like that. But
I don't know. He's in there, he's in there. But
what a hypocrite, fake.
Well, look at Gingrich. Gingrich, the globalist.
Yeah, I mean, Gingrich,
global warming loving.
Most of these guys, I think, are gay. But again, the thing with Santorum is he made his whole thing is attacking gays, and that's because you are a homosexual, Rick Santorum. And I just wanted to get that out on the show.
All right, yeah. All right. We're not homophobic here, but anyway. No, seriously, and I got it.
But
that's what
call
it is.
Out.
I mean, hey, look. I hate when they put people's sexual preference becomes an issue. If they're promiscuous, it becomes an issue. These are all privacy issues, ladies and gentlemen. Public figures. You say, well, then you're subject to private. You gave up your privacy because you become a public figure.
But he's passing laws.
Yeah, but
he's passing laws.
Privacy should be private. I mean, it really only became a thing of, honestly, this type of politics is very new. They would never bring up things like this in politics if a president had lovers or... This is all... It was just not talked about.
No, and the only one talking is Vinny Bdatruth here.
Yeah, Vinny Bdatruth, yeah. But it's true, in the past, I mean, you look back, this is only a thing of the television generation, really, and, I mean, what was a big scandal? I shouldn't say that. Big scandal was when, was with King Edward, when he, that was like he married Wallace.
Oh.
Yeah, in the 30s. And that was something, oh my goodness, but, and they used that as but that was just, again, it doesn't matter. These people, so what? He married he gave up the king to marry a commoner, the whole thing is just silly.
Yeah, but it just, oh man, and Mitt Romney, just, looking at these people, it's, and all you want to do, I think most of us, is just hear them ask Ron Paul and listen to Ron Paul. And you got to sit there and look at these other jerk-offs, sit there and just smile and lie to everything and deny everything.
Yeah, they are liars, that's for sure.
I just, how could people be voting for Mitt Romney? How could he can't win.
You hear him on the news, so I listen to I try to listen to some talk radio too. I was listening to a local station at 1080, they have the 1080 on AM. And they were talking about Romney and Romney and Romney and Romney and